Hello, my name is Joe Johnson and I've been actively engaged in research into natural remedies for over 20 years. If you've got dermatitis, then you really need to listen because this crucial short video will directly affect you. What I've discovered about dermatitis and stopping dermatitis quickly, it's brand spanking new and it just might be the untapped resource that you have been looking for. I'm going to show you how simple it is to quickly stop dermatitis and how to heal your skin without the need for expensive, useless and even dangerous drugs. Now, Emma Williams, she's the health editor on this site. She's urged me to share with you details of an astonishing yet obvious discovery that I've made about dermatitis. One that gets rid of dermatitis faster than you've ever thought possible, and in some cases sensible cure for dermatitis ever discovered. Right, every single day, millions of adults reach for the dermatitis cream because after all, they've got dermatitis. And it's like an old enemy that they've had to learn to live with. Now, they may have had the medical test to explore the cause of the dermatitis, and that is always a very good idea. But in almost 100% of the cases, the cause is never found. They're simply prescribed creams, lotions, ointments, steroids, and they're advised to reduce the stress in their lives. And the poor dermatitis sufferer is often left alone, almost abandoned, left to cope with what can be a persistent, traumatizing and embarrassing condition. Because after all, unless you're the one who is suffering, it's just somebody with dermatitis, but it's very traumatic. So what's actually going on? Because after all, a healthy adult doesn't normally suffer from dermatitis. So something is wrong. And if you suffer from dermatitis on a regular basis, something is wrong with you. And I'm sorry to remind you of something so basic and simple like that, but just because the drug companies do not know how to cure your dermatitis, it does not mean that you cannot be cured. It's important you know that. And after all, you've not always had dermatitis. You've not. So you are capable of living without dermatitis. So something's changed. Something in your body has changed. Now, I've been worked close and personal with adults and children who've had dermatitis. And my years of experience have led me to the following few simple and profound conclusions. Dermatitis, it's caused by either a build-up of stress in the nervous system. Now, this stress can be conscious or unconscious, and it can be something hormonal or chemical changes in the body or psychological pressures like family problems, work problems, relationships, money worries and rejection and stuff like that. Or it could be the nerves, which normally control the blood supply to the skin, have become confused and simply need resetting so that they're back in control and functioning correctly again, just like they used to. And that's about it. Most dermatitis is as simple as that. If you can get the stress out of the nervous system, then the person, whether they're young or old, male or female, they'll stop experiencing dermatitis. Plus the person is generally much happier in life. And if you can reset the nerves, then the dermatitis stops again. The person is generally much happier. So how do you get the stress out of the nervous system? And how do you reset the nerves without spending years in expensive and useless therapies? Or without poisoning yourself, without anti-anxiety medication, or stupefying yourself with sleeping pills and other toxic drugs. Now, if you're in any doubt about the danger of modern drugs, according to a recent report by eminent US doctors, and you can see the proof below, in the United States alone, the total number of deaths caused by conventional medicine, like steroids and painkillers, It's an astounding, well, it's almost 800,000 men, women and children every year. That's 2,200 a day. So it's now evident that the American medical system is the leading cause of death and injury in the United States, and that is the doctors saying that, not me. So I was desperate to find a way of relaxing and resetting the nerves without harming your immune system. And that was why I did my research. You see, human beings with dermatitis problems have been around as long as there's been people on the planet. But pharmaceutical companies have been around about 100 years, and they don't want you to know what your ancestors knew about dermatitis and how they went about curing it. So my first step in research is always to go back into history and see what they did. And after a lot of reading, and I don't mean the usual herbalist books, I mean I've got secret access to some of the best books on the planet. Now these books are kept hidden away, usually by rich collectors, private libraries, specialist libraries, and even drug companies have got some amazing collections of herbal remedy books. Or I look at books that science believes are not worth looking at, books written by people who've got no medical qualifications, but who've lived in the wilds of Mother Nature all their lives. And they've had herbal remedies passed down from one generation to the next, because these herbal remedies work. Now, it was in one of these herbal remedy books that I found the clues to an ancient cure for dermatitis. Now, I'd heard of these herbs before, and I've used them many times before, but I had no idea that when they were mixed together, they would have such a powerful effect on the nerves that control dermatitis. I knew that up till now that most natural remedies for rash and dermatitis are nothing more than a mild, soothing relaxant with a pleasant smell. And sometimes they do help a little, but for dermatitis they simply don't work because they're not strong enough. Now, I expected my research to last about 6 to 12 months, but I had 100% proven remedies in 6 weeks. I had a unique remedy which did 2 very different and very crucial and very essential functions. I discovered a remedy which simultaneously it relaxed the person, allowing them to genuinely let go of the stress, which often on its own dramatically reduces dermatitis, but at the same time it resets and stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, helping the person to relax the nerves around wherever it is that they've got the rash, and it just relaxes. And I wanted to test it for longer, but my conscience wouldn't let me, because every single client with dermatitis was reporting great results, sometimes within just a few hours. So the combined effects of these organic herbs at preventing dermatitis, it's unstoppable. So I've called the remedy Dermatitis Doctor, and it's been proven countless times now to cure dermatitis because it addresses the problem that creams and ointments and lotions and steroids and anxiety medication can't begin to address. You simply massage a few drops of the remedy onto your rash, and it takes about 10 seconds, and that's it. It's absorbed into your skin. No pills, no capsules, no medication that slaughters your already tired immune system. This is just a convenient, easy to use remedy, and it means you don't have to spend your days making expensive and time-consuming appointments with your doctor or discussing your personal problems in the drugstore. It's just a small bottle of a very pleasant smelling herbal liquid, and you can keep it in your pocket or in your purse, and you can take it with you. It helps your nerves to relax. It dissolves the tension out of your nervous system and your immune system, and it gets rid of your rash. And because it relaxes you, you sleep better as well. But perhaps more importantly, it allows you to start to enjoy your life with less stress, a lot more relaxation and more confidence. So this is about the mystery about dermatitis. It's to do with stress and letting go. Now, we're all human and we all get distressed, and from time to time some of us get a rash. But for those of us who've got a rash a little bit too often, it's safe, it's effective, and then it's an affordable solution, and it won't harm you. Now, I plan to launch the remedy called Dermatitis Doctor with advertising and fancy packaging and sending it out through a small network of distributors, but I never got the chance because word spread quickly about the results that I was getting with dermatitis doctor. And patients started coming, turning up without an appointment. Herbalists were coming down here and literally demanding I had to make it for them, but I couldn't. You see, it's not so simple. I tested a lot of different herbs, but the only organic herbs which consistently stopped the dermatitis rash came from the Middle East. So in these war-torn times, can you imagine how hard it is to import a shipment of herbs from the Middle East, or import anything? You know, to say my ingredient supply is in the lap of the gods, it's an understatement. However, I did manage to get enough ingredients for 3 batches. And I've made each batch myself by hand. I've measured them, I've weighed them, and I've mixed the ingredients myself. I've blended them myself. So don't worry about that. Dermatitis doctor remedies I make are of the highest quality. Now I've handed over 2 of the batches to my trusted friend Emma Williams. So if you or a member of your family has dermatitis problem, then I strongly suggest that you get this remedy called Dermatitis Doctor from Emma before her supplies run out and before you begin to consider any more of that toxic medication. This remedy is gentle, but this remedy packs a wallop. Within a few hours of using it, you'll know your dermatitis will feel different. It'll be getting better. But you've got to hurry, however, because I normally only give this to my personal clients or fellow herbalists. I've never before committed a single batch of Dermatitis Doctor to anybody else. Now, Emma's begged me not to let the other herbalists or the online stores know what we were up to till she had it in stock. Well, she's got it in stock now, and it's going faster than we imagined. So if you mess around or you order late, you may miss out. And if you've got a dermatitis problem, then this would be a horrible mistake. So don't let that happen. If you use this remedy, it will get rid of your dermatitis. You'll have a great night's sleep. You'll wake up feeling refreshed and relaxed and ready to go. It's completely different than anything else. It'll get rid of the rash and it'll allow you to relax and start to enjoy life free of the misery of dermatitis. And that's what this is about. So have a good look at the testimonials and see how the remedies helped other people get rid of their dermatitis. Okay. Now it may be that you've got some reservations or a few doubts about a few things I've said, and that is fair enough, because after all, you don't know me and we don't know each other. So let me put your mind at rest. You can experience the dermatitis remedy for yourself, completely risk-free, because you can use the dermatitis remedy to your heart's content for 90 days, and you don't risk a single penny trying the remedy for yourself. You've got a complete ironclad 90-day unconditional 100% money-back guarantee. But the simple truth is this: you see, this remedy is a breakthrough. There's nothing else like it. All I'm saying to you is, if it quickly and easily doesn't get rid of your dermatitis, send it back. Or if you're not completely satisfied in anything in any way at all, then I insist you send the remedy back to Emma in any condition, and Emma will personally make sure you get a fast and full refund of every penny you paid for the remedy. No questions asked and no hassles. And you can even keep the full set of health books as my thank you for just trying the remedy. And you have my word on that. Okay, so how much will this Dermatitis Doctor remedy cost you? Well, I normally charge my clients $200 for an appointment at my office, plus $170 for the remedy. It is handmade, it's organic, and I give guarantees with it. But because you don't have an appointment with me, and we're not going to use my offices, we're not going to use my staff and all the other expenses, I've agreed with Emma to give you 50% discount on the Dermatitis Doctor remedy. That means you can get your dermatitis remedy for just $87 and $5 shipping. So you're going to save over $280. And not only that, Emma's literally manhandled me into giving you an additional gift. Free bonus, a full set of health books. Now they're valued at $127, but they're just going to the first 100 who get the dermatitis remedy. Now you can have a look at those books below, but you'll see those books alone are $127, which is more than the price of the remedy. So this is the first time I've done an offer like this. It's an amazing offer and you can't lose. It's risk-free. $87 is less than a price of a month's steroids. It's less than anxiety medication. It's less than all these fancy creams that don't work. And it's less than the price of a visit to your doctor. So you can't lose. This is risk-free. So order the remedy now. While Emma's still got the stock, you're still on this page. Click the link below and Emma will get the remedy in the post to you today. Now, if you've got any questions about dermatitis or the dermatitis doctor remedy, by all means, write to me and I'll write back to you. But click on the link below and Emma will get your remedy in the post to you today. All right, bye for now.